We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins finding Hockenson here on the out route. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. From just shy of midfield, Cousins flushed out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Cousins into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, White. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
His throw incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's White. This one caught by Davis. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time, and it's good for a New York first down. White. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, here's White. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Check. Jim. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Undercrush. Wide, get wide. Check three. Shift, watch the shift. Deuce.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. White. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. Flush to his right. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First down, here's Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on second down. White, throw left side, complete. That's more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now White. Eluding the pressure right.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now White with a first down throw. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
On first down, it's White. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Following the interception, Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Cook.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings are back within a score. Greg Joseph on for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, White. And this is intercepted.
He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 7, White. It's caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
And what a play by Andrew Booth. Got to him quickly, kept him from even getting back to the line.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now White rolling to his right. Completes it to Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll give to Hall.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They will find Davis. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
White looks to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
2nd down and 7.
They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. That's Davis.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets.
Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready, go.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Okay, right?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Room here to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Lance going to throw.
Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
on 2nd and 7. White. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Out of the gun, it's White. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. White. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore. 32 yards. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And his throw is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Buying time to his left. And a loose football.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go. 50, Cray. Block shot.
On 1st down, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Hall.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall,
56 yards.
and the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Lance looking to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
White's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To throw, White. This one caught by Davis.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from Santa Clara.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 21-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Hut.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk from 4 yards out. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
On 1st and 10, White. He finds his man, complete. It's Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's White.
Right back to Davis. It's complete. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number 1, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number 2, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league, has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
White. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's White. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis from 17 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now it's blocked. And the Niners have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The slot man in motion right. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 42 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of this.
Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. White. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
White now on third down. Flush to his right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now White. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for two here. They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Swing.
Now White with a first down throw. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Lance now on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Flushed out right.
Gets this one to use check. And he's going to have a Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
45, right.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
Now White lost the football. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49ers.
Got the remote? Let's give him a show.